Good evening, everybody. I am looking a little bit crazy because once again I've had an eventful day and it is late at night because I'm a third shift worker. We are filming my April budget review at night, so forgive the lighting. It is what it is. This is my last chance really that I have to do any filming, so I am going to film the April budget review tonight and the May budget plan tonight. That way I'll at least have a couple videos scheduled and ready to go up before May 1st. Reason May 1st is important is because I am leaving for Sweden to visit my honey for 3 weeks, and very much looking forward to that, but I don't know if I'm gonna do any filming or uploading while I'm there. It's a very needed vacation, you guys, so if I feel like filming and putting up some videos, then I will, but if I don't be surprised if the channel goes quiet again. I need some recuperation time, so this is gonna be recuperation time for me. All that being said, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I am glad to have you here. I am Rebecca. I am documenting my journey on YouTube to reach financial independence and retire early. This channel started as mainly a budgeting channel for me to try to get out of debt because I knew that that was gonna be important for me to get my finances in order. I had almost $90,000 worth of non-mortgage debt when this channel started, and I had a very negative net worth. I'm happy to say that over the years that I have been running this YouTube channel, I have turned this ship around, but I am not financially independent yet. That is the ultimate goal here, to be able to reach financial independence and retire early. So if any of you are on your own fire journeys, if you would like to see how I am going to achieve this goal, then click that subscribe button down below. Without further ado, let me show you my April 2022 budget. All right, here we are. Y'all can see that I like to use Google Sheets for my budgets, and if this is a budget template that you like, that you think might work for you, then I do have this available as a free download from my Ko-Fi page. The link to that is in the description box down below. Starting at the top here with my net income, you will see that I am carrying over a very large amount of money in my checking account. That is because, if you're new to the channel, I have recently moved to this house, which requires a lot of renovation, and the plan is for the major renovation that the inside of the house needs, that is going to start come May, when I am gone and in Sweden for 3 weeks. And that's actually the best case scenario for me because I am a third shift worker. So if there's any possible way that my contractor can get the major bathroom renovations done while I'm gone, and also everything that I would like to do in the kitchen, really that's the best case scenario, because then when I come back home, all the inside renovations will be done and I can actually sleep during the day before I go to work at night. So you can see almost $21,000 is just sitting in my checking account. That is there and ready to be used to pay my contractor or to buy things for the house that we're going to need to do these renovations. You can see also that I do have some income sources blocked out for privacy. I don't show individual paychecks on the channel, but these are my real numbers and I do show totals down at the bottom. And y'all can also see that I did have a pretty hefty federal tax return this year. I don't know how, but I have a CPA and I trust her that she did everything appropriately for my taxes. I was just hoping to not have to pay, so getting almost $2,400 back federally was kind of a surprise for me, but hey, I'll take it. I will put it to good use. I have a lot of things going on around here. Next after that, we have listed my Fidelity Rewards credit card. This is a 2% cashback rewards card on all of your purchases, and it goes back into my Fidelity investing account. That is just an easy way for me to earn a bit of extra money that goes towards investing. So I love that card. I use it for almost everything. Next after that is AdSense. This is what YouTube pays me from you guys just watching my videos and watching the ads that pop up and things. I have not been uploading as often as I used to, so therefore my watch time is down and I have not met the threshold to get paid out from YouTube. So I I had budgeted $100, hoping that I might upload a little more frequently and get paid, but I did not, so I have not gotten paid. But y'all can see down here at the bottom, even still, my totals were pretty close for the month. I had budgeted that I would have about $31,300 to work with, and that's right about where I was for the month. So moving down into my bills and spending section, let's see where this money went. Once again, I have a very long list here. I had planned for some of these expenses before April got started. Some of these expenses were not planned for before the month got started. So slowly but surely, I just keep adding rows into my bills and spending section as the month goes on. And yeah, there's a lot of spending that happened in April. But starting with the things that were planned for first, my mortgage payment, $735, that was on target. My utility bill, I had budgeted $165 there. This includes power, trash, water, sewer, all of that stuff. Budgeted $165 and actually came in under budget at $107.04. I was able to turn off the heat and not turn on the air conditioning for a good portion of the month, so I think that's what saved some money there. This water bill is actually from the old house that I had. This will be the last one that I get in. It was $21.83. After that is my internet bill. I use AT&T here, and I could swear that the plan that I bought was supposed to be $65 a month, but I'm thinking that I must be having like some promotional thing going on for the first year or something, because this is the first that I've ever used AT&T for internet. But yeah, I had budgeted $65 for that and came in once again at $55.21. This seems to be what it's going to be every month. And if it jumps up to $65 after a year, then well, that's where it's supposed to be anyway. Gas for my car, you guys. I cannot get over how much money I am saving on fuel for my car. As you know, gas has not been cheap lately, but I used to live over an hour away from my job at my old house, and that was one way. So I was burning through some gas every month, even before it started going up in price. I used to budget $250 a month for gas and hope really that it would stay $250, $275, somewhere around there. So I am still slowly adjusting down my gas budget every month, but y'all can see, even with gas over $4 a gallon for most of the month, I stayed under $100. That's crazy to me. I budgeted $150 and I came in at $88.42. So yay for that. I will take savings where I can get them. After that, we have my gym membership at Planet Fitness. That was on target at $23.06. And after that, y'all know that my miscellaneous category, everything food, anything household that I buy while I'm out getting groceries, anything for my dog Rollo, any beers, alcohol that I buy while I'm at the store, everything goes into this category. That's kind of my restaurant spending as well. I just throw everything food, household, Rollo related into this category. And I budget $500 a month for that. And I am chronically overspending in this category. It has made me consider breaking up this category into smaller categories that are more specific just to keep an eye on things, but honestly I am too lazy to split up individual receipts into individual transactions. So I tried really hard this month to pay attention to my food, household, Rollo budget, and I am happy to say, would you just look at it? I am so proud of myself for actually coming in under budget for once in this category. I came in at $453.89. Now, you will see a couple of extra expenses down here that technically, if I put in these two special items into my food and household category, then yeah, I would have went a little bit over, but not by much. This French Broad Chocolate Lounge is a fancy chocolate place out of Asheville, North Carolina that I like. And because it was Easter, I felt like treating myself and got some fancy chocolate from them. And that was $66.19. And then the ABC store, this was just a realization that I had sold my old home, moved into the new home, and never did get myself a nice bottle of whiskey to celebrate the occasion. So I decided to go ahead and splurge a little bit at the liquor store, and I got myself a nice bottle of Ardbeg whiskey. So that was kind of an extra special expense. I didn't throw these into my food and household category because this was not something that I was getting while I was out grocery shopping. In North Carolina, if you buy liquor, you have to specifically go to the liquor store. And this French Broad Chocolate Lounge was an online order. So those were two kind of special occasion things, and I didn't just throw them in my food and household budget. This is not something that I'm going to spend on every month. So overall, I'm pretty proud of myself for staying under the food household Rallo grocery budget. Next after that, I did not stay on budget when it comes to the Amazon line item. I budgeted $250. I honestly did not know how much I was gonna spend on Amazon. Things always do come up that I need for the house that I buy regularly, like for example, supplements that I take, coffee I buy from Amazon because it's cheaper to get it in bulk from them. My whey protein I also get from them, and that comes up regularly in the budget. I did also spend a little bit on some things for the house. Actually, one of them are these paintings that are behind me for the wall here in the living room. There's 3 of them. I needed something to go above the couch on this wall because there's nothing along this wall. So I bought these paintings, which I love, but I got some picture frames for them as well, and the picture frames didn't fit, so I had to send those back. I'll have $75 coming back to me on my credit card next month from Amazon. The pictures, while I love the colors and I think they work well with the room, they're an odd size, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to get a frame for them. They just kind of blend into the wall as they are. So they do need a frame, and I'm gonna have to figure out some custom framing for them later on. But I budgeted the $250 for Amazon, and about 200 of that was for house things. But overall, in April, I spent $555.50 at Amazon. Next after Amazon is my laundry line item here. So because home renovations are ongoing, I actually don't have a washer and dryer hooked up in my house right now. I hopefully will by the time I come back from Sweden. But in the meantime, I am having to go out and do my laundry at a laundromat, and I budgeted $40 for that, thinking that I was going to be washing some extra things this month before I leave for my trip. But I still came in under budget at $28.50 for the month. Next after that, car wash for my car. It is pollen season in the South, y'all. It's pretty terrible. And yes, I could wash my car myself, but for $14, I just ran it through the car wash and took the easy way out. After that, we have spice racks. I actually am quite proud of myself. Forgive me if I'm repeating myself, but I cannot remember. I bought some floating shelves from Wayfair, and I put them up on the wall myself. I bought myself a stud finder and a power drill that I have never used before. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this on my Instagram account, but I don't think I've talked about it on YouTube. So I put up these floating shelves by myself, and I didn't have a spice rack to store my spices in that would fit on the new shelves. So I had to buy a couple different spice racks, and I put those together and assembled them. They look very nice. I will insert a picture here of my new shelves that I absolutely love. Kind of expensive to spend almost $90 on spice racks, but you know, they fit really well, and I still have a little bit of extra space that I can use for storage with them, so no regrets there. After that, Lowe's. I spent almost $1,100 at Lowe's this month. I didn't budget for that ahead of time. I should have budgeted for something from Lowe's because Lord knows whenever you're doing home renovations, things just keep coming up, right? But like I mentioned, I did buy a stud finder, a power drill, a drill bit kit from Lowe's. I also bought 2 new toilets for my bathrooms, a ceiling fan for the living room in here, and what else did I buy? Oh, I bought some more cases of flooring because the flooring that is throughout the house, I am going to continue that flooring into the bathrooms once the bathroom renovations are done. So I got 6 more boxes of flooring. Yeah, things just add up whenever you are doing home renovations. But that is the reason why I have such a large amount of cash just sitting in my checking account for things like this that come up that I need to go to the store and get. So almost $1,100 at Lowe's this month. I did go to Marshall's and spend a little money shopping there, almost $150. I made a note out here to the side that this was not house stuff. This was, oh yeah, I got some new socks and some underwear and some things for travel for my upcoming trip to Sweden. So this was not anything having to do with home renovation. And I'm making notes of this stuff out to the side so that whenever I do completely get all of the home renovation done at the house, I can create a video that will go over all of the final numbers with you guys. All the profit that I made from selling my old house, the money that I had to work with when I started my renovations here, how much was spent on the renovations, how much I had left over, if any, hopefully some, and what I decide to do with that extra leftover money once everything is done here. So as the months go on, I am keeping track of how much money I'm spending towards all of the things that I'm buying for the home renovation. After Marshall's, we have that ABC store and the French Broad Chocolate we already talked about there. Seamstress, this is a lady actually across the street from me that is a seamstress, and I needed a dress altered, so paid her $25 for that. This Amazon return was a body slip that I had bought for myself that did not fit, and I ended up having to return it, which they refunded me on my Amazon account for that. But then I bought a different one that was more expensive that's gonna work better. So I ended up spending $30.13 towards the new slip. Next after that, attorney consult. So big life changes for me eventually. My Swedish boyfriend and I, we're doing our best to get together, right? I mean, doing the long distance thing between North Carolina and Sweden is a very long distance for a relationship, right? So the ultimate goal is to have him move here while I'm still pursuing financial independence and retiring early. And we are trying to figure out how to go about that the best. So I talked to a immigration attorney, and the consult fee for that was $250, but definitely worth it. It answered a lot of questions for us so we can make a better plan moving forward. Next after that is definitely a splurge for me, you guys. Yeah, I bought a new pillow, a very nice mattress topper, and a new sheet set for my bed. And I spent $601.96 on all of that stuff. If you have been with me for a long time on the channel, you may remember the $10,000 bed that I bought one time that I justified for myself because I am a third shift worker and I need to sleep good, right? Well, that was a sleep number bed, and to be quite honest with you, it was not worth $10,000, and I paid it off. I paid no interest on the thing, of course, but I got to where I kind of hated sleeping in that bed because I knew how much money I had wasted on it, and at the time, I was struggling to be able to completely fund a Roth IRA before the tax day deadline. I can't remember if that was the 2021 Roth I was trying to fund or the 2020. Either way, I ended up deciding just to sell that sleep number bed, and I got $3,500 for it. So lesson learned there, you don't always get what you pay for. I mean, $10,000 for a bed, no, that's a bit much, but I think that I went a little bit too extreme in the other direction because I had to replace my bed, right? So I got a new mattress and a new bed frame and a new headboard for the back of the bed, a few new pillows and sheets and things like that. But I ended up spending just a little over $1,000 on all of it. So I kind of went too far in the other direction. I think I cheaped out a little bit too much on the mattress. I should have got a little bit better quality mattress. I've only had this mattress not very long, but it's already starting to get a little bit lumpy, and I can tell that, you know, it's getting worn in, and it still sleeps okay. I mean, I sleep a lot better on this bed than I did laying in my old $10,000 bed wishing that I still had that $10,000, right? but I am getting to the point where my hips and shoulders are sore. I'm a side sleeper. I'm tossing and turning a lot, and I'm hoping that getting a very nice mattress topper and a new sheet set, a new pillow for me is gonna help me get back to the point where I'm sleeping a little bit better than I have been. Again, sleep is important, and yes, I am a third shift worker, but when it comes to spending money on things that are important, I think that it's important to not spend too much, and the opposite is also true. It's important to not cheap out too much on things that are really going to affect your quality of life. So yeah, $600 spent there. Hopefully that's going to help me sleep a lot better when I get back from Sweden. I'll put my new mattress topper on, get the new sheet set in, and we'll see if it helps me sleep a little bit better. After that, salon. This is going to be a regular expense in my budgets from now on. I have decided to treat myself, obviously not to a new haircut or color. Hair is still going to be as crazy as ever, but I am going to a salon and getting some hair removal services, and I'm going to do that on the regular from here on out until I just feel like it's not needed anymore. But every time I go is going to be $80, so I may go once or twice a month. I have the extra in my budget right now. This is not going to be something that I'll do forever, but I am going to treat myself for a little while, you guys. It's going to be really nice to not have to shave as often. So yeah, y'all know me. I am not really a girly girl kind of person. I don't even own makeup, but this is something that I am going to treat myself with. I cut my own hair. I don't own makeup. I don't go get regular manicures and pedicures. I am pretty minimal when it comes to girly things. So I think spending a little bit on myself for a while to save myself some trouble in the long run when it comes to shaving, it's going to be worth it. And last line item in the budget is the contractor. And this month I did pay him $2,500 for some materials that he was getting in to prepare to do the work outside of the house that is going to get done. Long story short, outside of the house, I am getting a new roof. I'm putting new siding on this house. I am rebuilding the deck and putting a fence in the backyard for Rollo. So lots of things to do outside the house as well as inside the house. So my totals for bills and spending section for the month of April 2022. There's always a wide discrepancy because things come up as the month goes on, and I do a lot of spending, you guys, especially here with the home renovations going on. I had only budgeted about $2,000 for April, ended up spending just over $7,000. So yeah, a little bit off there. Good thing is the next section in my budget is the debt section, and it is a very small section of my budget now. When I started this channel, I had 7 different debts, I think. We're down to 1. I only have my car payment left. It is a 2021 Trailblazer that I bought new last year. The interest rate on it is only 1.98%. So for right now, I am only making minimum payments on it, which for me are about $492.93. I round that up to $500 every month just to have a nice even number. And that is what I budgeted for in April. That is what I did. I made my $500 payment, and we will see. The current balance on my car that I owe come May 1st is $29,302.62. Again, low interest rate for it. Most of my payment goes towards the principal. So for now, I am okay making those minimum payments on my car until I get all of these home renovations done and we see where the markets are sitting. Because if I have extra money left over after renovations, I'm going to choose between either putting money towards my car or putting money towards investing, just depending where the markets are at. Also, y'all can see here that the house balance currently sits at $130,805.03. I do have a 30-year fixed on this house. It's at 3.88%. So my year-to-date totals over here to debt is currently $2,000. I am not including house payments in my year-to-date totals. This is just my non-mortgage debt. So basically this has just been the $500 monthly payment that I've been making on my car so far this year. And of that $2,000, $1,800 of it has gone towards the principal that I owe on the car. Flipping back over to April here, my favorite section of the budget, you guys. This is the investing and fire tracking portion of my budget, because not only do I focus on where my money goes every month as far as bills and spending and debt, I also like to keep track of how much money I'm investing every month, so that way I can really keep track of how close I am getting to financial independence. So y'all can see here, I do have several different investing accounts. I've got a taxable account at M1 Finance and Fidelity. I also have my Roth IRA at M1. I do have a referral link for M1 in the description box below if y'all are interested. I was not planning on putting any money towards M1 this month. My Roth IRA for 2022 is already maxed out, so I can't contribute any more there even if I wanted to, which I would like to, but I'm already maxed out. So yeah, I wasn't planning on putting any money towards my taxable account at M1, but y'all, the markets just kept going down this month. If you are at all keeping track of the news, I'm sure you have heard that the stock market has kind of been in free fall lately, and honestly, I was very close this month to just saying YOLO and throwing $10,000 at investing and worrying about renovations and later, you know. But I stopped myself. I kind of kept it within reason. I put $2,500 in my taxable account at M1. I did also end up buying $1,000 worth of crypto from Coinbase. My crypto portfolio is the vast majority Ethereum and Bitcoin. I'm just holding those. And as far as Fidelity goes, this is where the credit card rewards show up. So I earned $63.81 last month in credit card rewards, and that went to the Fidelity account this month. The last thing I have listed here is my work retirement account. This is my 403B through my employer. I do keep track of how much money goes towards it every month, just because this is money that I am eventually going to use to live off of post-fire. And I knew that I was having 3 paychecks this month, and for my portion of the contributions, I thought it would be about $750. I did have some overtime this month as usual, so it ended up being about $860 that I contributed towards my 403B. My employer match, I had budgeted $350 there. It was actually almost $500. So really, this was a pretty decent month for investing for me. I had only thought that I was going to spend about $1,150 towards investing this month, but I threw almost $5,000. So one would think that my portfolio would be up a lot, right? If you've been following me on the channel for a while, then you know at the highest of highs, before the market started pulling back, my portfolio was almost near $230,000. So this column E over here, I did update it before I started filming this video. So where does my portfolio currently sit? Sad fire noises. Yeah, it's getting ugly out there in the markets, you guys, and I really want to throw more money in. I just feel like I'm not going to need all of the extra cash that I have available for renovations here at the house. So I'm so tempted to just throw in another $10,000 or so at investing. And I don't know, y'all, if there's a mental thing here, if my portfolio slips below this 200,000 mark, I may throw some money at the portfolio to keep it above 200,000. I don't want to get below that number. It's just a mental thing for me. But yeah, the portfolio has been struggling here lately. But even though the markets are down, let us focus on the savings rate for the month, because I'm pretty proud of that, really. I had a 41.37% savings rate for the month. This savings rate is calculated off of my net income for the month, and I am not including that $20,000 that is just sitting in my checking account, because that is earmarked for home renovations around here. So I'm not including that in the savings rate, otherwise it would be a lot lower. That's money that's just going for home renovations. So this is basing off of my net income for the month. I also add in this money that goes towards my 403B and take that into consideration of the savings rate as well. So with a fire number in mind of 1.2 million, I am 17.17% of the way to that number. And this number out to the side, this is the amount of money that I have put towards investing so far in 2022. Yeah, you guys, this is going to be a game changer year for me. I have thrown over $76,000 at investing already in 2022. The vast majority of this is from the home sale that I had in February. I threw a lot of money into my Fidelity account to use for options trading until I need it for home renovation. So yes, at some point this Fidelity account, I may have to take some cash out of here to fund renovations around here. But until then, I really am trying to keep as much as I can in this Fidelity account. So totals for April, final balance down here. Y'all can see, despite all of the spending that I did this month and even the investing, it was a 3 paycheck month for me. Again, I worked some overtime like I always do. So I brought in a good amount this month, and despite all the spending that I did, I still have $20,000 sitting in my checking account that will roll over into May that I have available once my contractor gets started working inside the house here. So that's a good thing. Really, I think that most of the things that I can buy for the home renovation, especially the bathrooms, has already been bought. The only supplies that my contractor is going to need to get are the things that a contractor would know that he needs that I don't know what he needs. For example, the plumbing connections underneath my new vanities and things like that. Like, I don't know what to get. I don't know what he's going to need there. So things like that he'll have to buy, and that's what this money is for, to pay for his labor and anything that he needs to get. But I have already bought new light fixtures, new shower fixtures, the flooring, new vanities, things like towel racks and even trash cans for the new bathrooms. You know, all the things that a bathroom needs. Anything that I can pick out, I've already got. So the fact that I still have $20,000 in my checking account after doing all of the spending that I already have done towards home renovations here, I'm kind of encouraged at that, really. Hopefully I won't have to dip too much into my Fidelity account when it comes to that. All right, guys, I know this is a lengthy budget review. I have been filming for over 40 minutes already, and I'm gonna have a lot of footage to edit here, but there's just a lot of spending and things happening around here. So I know my budget reviews are going to stay pretty long until things settle down a little bit. I hope that you guys appreciate the transparency and appreciate the fact that I show you where the money that I work very hard for goes every month. Financial independence to retire early is a goal that you can't just decide that you want to achieve in a year. I don't know about you, but I do not make that much money to achieve FIRE in a year. So this is something that I have been dedicated towards for years on the channel now. If you like budget reviews and appreciate this transparency, I have never missed a budget review video on my channel since I have been on YouTube. So I actually do have a playlist of all of my budget reviews. I will link to that at the end of this video. So if you guys want to just see where this journey began and follow it up until present day, you are welcome to do that. This is a great way to hold myself accountable to FIRE. This is also very motivational for me. I look back myself sometimes and I cannot believe how far I've come in such a short amount of time. So yeah, I hope that you find it motivational as well. Good luck on all of your own FIRE journeys. Let me know how your portfolio is doing down in the comment section below, so at least that way I know that I am not alone in this market pullback. And I'll see you guys in the next video for the May budget plan. Thanks for watching, y'all. Bye.